Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to our Joy Gym, where every weekday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we practice different mental exercises to help train our brains to cultivate a greater sense of joy in our lives. And you did hear me correctly. I said mental exercises, but you can think of them almost exactly like physical exercises. And what do we do in physical exercises? Let's say we're trying to have a certain weight change goal. Maybe we want to gain weight, maybe we want to lose weight, maybe we want to gain muscle, maybe we want to get more lean, maybe we're preparing for a marathon. Regardless of your weight change or body change goal, what most of us do is we hire a physical trainer, or what some of us do is we would hire a physical trainer, and that physical trainer would give us physical exercises, let's say sit ups, crunches, bench press, and we do them on a consistent basis. And by doing those physical exercises on a consistent basis, our body almost changes on its own. If you're trying to get abs, you don't sit here and crunch your abs 24/7 and that's how you maintain it. No, you do the sit-ups, crunches, planks, and then your abs or stomach naturally changes with that consistency. The same concept here, except instead of sit-ups, crunches, and abs, we do meditation and breathing exercises. The meditation changes every day of the week. Today is Thursday, Thankful Thursday, so we will be doing a meditation all around gratitude. Today, we'll have a slightly shorter session. I have been with the Joy Gym has been slowly picking up, which has been a good thing, but has also led to a little bit more meetings than I was expecting. So, got somewhere else I need to run. So, we will be having a slightly shorter session than normal. So, with all that being said, let's talk a bit about gratitude. Why is gratitude important? What makes gratitude um, a reason that what reason behind doing gratitude? What benefits will it bring us? Well, we all have this thing called the negativity bias. It's our brain's natural tendency to focus on what sucks and to actually feel the things that suck way stronger than we feel the things that are positive, things that do feel good. There's a study that says that it takes five positive experiences to counteract the effects of one negative experience. And this is the case because as we were evolving, it made sense to focus on what doesn't feel good. It made sense to focus on what sucks because that is what can threaten our survival. So if we feel those things more intensely, it makes more sense, or it can help us focus more on doing the things that can help us survive and pass on our genes. Because if you remember, when we were kind of evolving, we were in the middle of the food chain. There were certain things that could eat us, there's certain things that we could eat. But now our lives don't really reflect that anymore. But some of the ways in which we're hardwired for survival don't always or can serve as a barrier for us living our happiest, healthiest lives. But that is the whole point of the Joy Gym. So we can do different mental exercises to still help us cultivate that happier, healthier life. And gratitude does just that. Gratitude does this in two ways. One, it gives us an opportunity to focus on the things that feel good. And while doing that, we naturally strengthen our appreciation muscle. And two, it can cultivate our ability to be fully present, fully in the moment for these things that feel good. These two elements, noticing what feels good, and then being fully present for them, at least in my experience, can really improve the quality of an experience. And it can help you discover some things that may have always been little joys in the day that you weren't aware of. For example, I never realized that washing my hands, something as simple as putting soap on and having warm water run through my hands, brought me a little bit of joy. So becoming aware of that through the gratitude practice and then practicing being present with it, it can kind of elevate those positive feelings. At least it does in my experience. So, with all that being said, let's get us about 3 to 5 minutes of practice and we'll close out. Let's begin. Well, hello, and thank you so much for joining in today's guided meditation. Today, we're going to practice gratitude. To begin, I'd like to invite you to find a comfortable position. You can be seated, standing, or lying down, as long as you're comfortable. You may close your eyes or lower your gaze if it is safe to do so, and if you feel safe doing so. We'll begin this meditation by taking a few deep breaths to help center us. I'd like to invite you to breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds and breathe out through your nose for 6 seconds. This process of breathing in through your nose for 4 and out through your nose for 6, I originally learned from the Breathwork breathing exercise app, and it can be really effective in helping us to settle and calm down our nervous system. Please note that the timing I'm giving you is a suggestion. If you'd rather breathe on your own time, it's perfectly fine. Just do whatever is best for your body in this moment. For those who will be breathing in count with me, I'd like to invite you to let the air out of your lungs. Then breathe in, nose, out, nose. In, nose, out, nose. In, nose, out, nose. In, nose, out, nose. One last time. In, nose, out, nose. When you are satisfied with the amount of deep breaths you have taken, I'd like to invite you to return your breathing to its natural state. However you breathe, when you're not trying to change or influence your breath in any way. For today's guided meditation, I'd like to invite you to think back to anything that happened this week or anything that happened throughout the week that made you feel good. Maybe you joined a meeting with really cool people that you're excited to get to know better. Maybe you saw a flower that you enjoyed looking at. Maybe you heard a song or saw a show or podcast that made you smile. So we're thinking of things that made us smile. And as we do so, we are slowly practicing our appreciation muscle by simply thanking the world, existence, whoever you'd like to thank for whatever memory that comes up. So if you had a meal that you enjoyed, as you think of that meal, practice thanking whoever you'd like to thank. Oh, yes, that meal was delicious. Thank you, chef, who cooked it. As we do this, I'd like to invite you to bring up as many sensory details about any memories that made you feel good that you can. So if you're remembering a meal that made you smile, what did it taste like? What did it smell like? Were there any sounds as you were eating it? Any sights? The more we can connect to the sensory details of our memory, the more we can help create a clearer image in our mind, and the more we can get almost like a mini hit of those positive feelings again. When you are ready, I'd like to invite you to let go of this practice. When you are ready, you may slowly flutter your eyes open and look around the room to better ground yourself in the space that you are in. Thank you all so much for joining in our guided meditation today. We do this every weekday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard, 8 p.m. Eastern. And as a reminder, we do this on LinkedIn, YouTube, and on Clubhouse. So feel free to follow us on either one of those platforms. Just as a reminder, on YouTube, we also do shorter on-demand videos we take these same topics that we have and we apply them to more specific situations in life, along with just general meditations as well. So hopefully, one of these platforms will be where you would love to engage with us next. We'll be back at it tomorrow for Freestyle Friday. It'll be a toss up. We will do almost like an open mic night of meditation. So, whatever comes up for me in that moment, we will do. So, with that, I want to say thank you all so much for coming. I love you all. Can't wait to see you again, and may you find ease.